A man came to me saying, Shaykh, what can I do? What can I do? I've divorced my wife. So I listened to him and he said, Shaykh, I divorced my wife. What can I do? Please help me. So I was thinking, okay, this guy needs help. So I said, go ahead. So what was the situation? He said, Shaykh, I was playing FIFA and she annoyed me, so I just divorced her. What? Is this the lowliness that we've reached? Grown men who are in a nikah, marriage relationship, they've got somebody else in their life, perhaps children too, parents, in-laws, and over a game, something so trivial, something so insignificant, and the man divorces his wife. Doesn't he understand the relationship of marriage? Doesn't he understand the sacredness of being in marriage and being in a relationship, being under nikah? That means you respect your wife, you honor your wife, you take her feelings and sentiments into consideration. My dear brothers and sisters, over FIFA games, people have told me that they've divorced their wives. Over GTA, people have told me that they've thrown their wives and children out of the homes. How low are we gonna go? Over food not being to the right spec today, it not being hot enough, it not being the food that I wanted to eat today. For God's sake, are you grown men or are you baby children? Are you supposed to be living in a relationship with your wives as a mature adult and a human being? Or are you a child who's throwing a tantrum? She's not your mother. And even if she was your mother, there's a level of respect, and that's a conversation for another day as to how adults are still living at home with their parents and their mothers are doing everything still for them. This is the rock bottom low that we have now reached, and we have to break out of this. People, young people who are getting married, they have to understand and they have to learn that I'm getting married to somebody and that person has emotions, that person has feelings, that person has sensitivities. Sometimes what happens is the husbands, they say things to their wives which are very sensitive matters. They may not be sensitive to the husband, but they're sensitive to the wife, and vice versa. The wives might say something which is sensitive to the husband. People have to take into consideration, I'm no longer alone. I can no longer just think the way I want. I have to think about this other person. I have to take this other person's life and understandings and feelings and upbringing and background into consideration, and then speak and then make a move. Once I was sitting with my teacher and a man came in and he said, "Oh scholar, I've divorced my wife, but I was angry." My teacher said, well, nobody divorces their wife whilst they're happy and they're throwing a party about it. People do get angry. It's not a matter that you should divorce your wife at anger. You need to control your anger. You need to calm down and relax.